The story unfolds in a tough town, where we meet Kang Ki-man, a tough cop known for his no-nonsense attitude when dealing with criminals. But his once great reputation takes a serious hit when he falls into a deep pit of debt owed to merciless loan sharks. To make matters worse, he becomes a victim of a horrible crime because he couldn't pay back the money in time. Ki-man, who used to be a highly respected detective, finds himself trapped in a bleak and hopeless existence. At the same time, there's a menacing figure named John Tae-hwa, a notorious gangster whose empire instills fear in many. Little does he know, one of his own gang members is secretly working as a spy within the police force. When Tae-hwa hears about Ki-man's situation, he sees an opportunity to disrupt Tae-hwa's criminal activities. Things get even more complicated for Ki-man when he gets assigned a new partner, Yoon Jae-ho, an aspiring cop with a background as a football player. Jae-ho is deeply grateful to his partner because Ki-man saved him during a dark and secretive period of his life. Ki-man's intervention spared Jae-ho from a terrible fate at the hands of the underworld. Inspired and motivated by the legendary officer, Jae-ho joins the police force with a burning desire to learn from his new mentor. But Ki-man, burdened by self-doubt and haunted by his own loss of skills and instincts, rejects the idea of being a role model. Despite Ki-man's hesitation, Jae-ho continues to reach out in a friendly way, inviting his partner to his son's upcoming birthday party. This act of kindness highlights Jae-ho's genuine admiration and respect for Ki-man. At a critical moment, Ki-man sets out on a dangerous nighttime mission to Tae-hwa's heavily guarded warehouse. Determined to confront the mobster and gather evidence to bring him down, Ki-man firmly tells Jae-ho to stay in the car, thinking the rookie might hinder him. Aware of the impending danger, Ki-man wants to protect his partner from harm. Little does Ki-man know, Tae-hwa is already aware of his plans, thanks to the traitor among them. As Ki-man faces a swarm of gangsters, he finds himself in a fierce battle, fighting off multiple enemies all on his own. Despite his brave efforts, the overwhelming number of adversaries forces him to make a tough decision to retreat from the scene. In a treacherous moment of desperation, Tae-hwa ruthlessly stabs Ki-man in the head with a knife, causing him excruciating pain. Determined to make it back to the safety of the police station, Ki-man musters the strength to escape from Tae-hwa's men who mock and torment him. Luckily, Jae-ho comes to the rescue just in time, swiftly knocking down one of the gangsters to protect his partner. Although he never intended to kill, Jae-ho's actions were necessary to keep Ki-man safe. Getting medical help becomes urgent, but the relentless gangsters block their path. Ki-man's condition worsens rapidly, making the situation even more serious. Realizing the gravity of the circumstances, Jae-ho selflessly sacrifices himself, engaging Tae-hwa's men in a desperate attempt to buy enough time for Ki-man to reach the hospital. Sadly, Jae-ho becomes the victim of a brutal attack, receiving multiple fatal stabs from Tae-hwa himself. After this tragic incident, Tae-hwa goes into hiding, eluding the police's attempts to capture him. The courageous Jae-ho has taken down Tae-hwa's most valuable men, leaving the authorities uncertain as they struggle to regain control of the situation. While in the hospital, Ki-man undergoes a crucial surgery to address the injuries inflicted by Tae-hwa's brutal attack. Unfortunately, the doctors discover that the knife fragment lodged in his head cannot be safely removed. It's a constant reminder of the danger Ki-man faces, and it originates from Tae-hwa himself. One day, Ki-man receives a surprising visit from Park, his former partner. In a shocking revelation, Park discloses that Jae-ho was the traitor who leaked Ki-man's plans. Reluctantly, Ki-man confirms the claim when questioned by the Professional and Security Division. Faced with the risk of the case getting out of control, Ki-man finds himself in a devastating dilemma. Meanwhile, Jae-ho's closest friend refuses to believe Ki-man's accusation and struggles to accept the tarnishing of Jae-ho's memory. Overwhelmed with guilt for besmirching Jae-ho's name after his death, Ki-man acknowledges that there are no other options. 3 years go by, and a documentary filmmaker named Nam Kuk-hyun shows a keen interest in meeting Ki-man. Coming from North Korea, Nam wants to create a documentary that explores the mysterious life of the retired officer. Intrigued by the knife embedded in Key Man's head, which has sparked local rumors and legends depicting him as a fearsome and tormented figure, Nam is determined to capture the essence of Key Man's story. However, Key Man is cautious about Nam's presence. His pride is hurt, and he's reluctant to be recorded without consent. As a result, Key Man dismisses the director, wanting to retain control over his own narrative. But things take an unexpected turn when Nam, undeterred, manages to infiltrate Key Man's home. Inside, Nam witnesses Key Man writhing in pain, clutching his head in agony. Moved by compassion, Nam takes it upon himself to administer the medication he finds on the table. As the night unfolds, Key Man wakes up from his previous fainting spell and finds an envelope with Nam's phone number. Inside, he discovers a flash drive containing video interviews with Jae-ho's wife. This discovery ignites a renewed sense of purpose in Key Man, and he becomes determined to restore Jae-ho's damaged reputation. The next day, Key Man contacts Nam and agrees to participate in the documentary. His sole motivation is to capture Tae-hwa and bring justice to Jae-ho's name. But before embarking on their dangerous pursuit, Key Man feels compelled to speak with Jae-ho's wife. He wants her to find peace by letting go of the past and allowing him to make amends on her behalf. Once this heartfelt conversation takes place, Key Man focuses on locating Tae-hwa. He understands the importance of documenting every step of his mission, intending to reveal the extent of Tae-hwa's wickedness to the world. Moreover, he sees the recorded documentation as an apology to Jae-ho's grieving family. To accomplish this perilous task, Nam needs financial resources. Without hesitation, Key Man provides the necessary funds, prioritizing the mission's success over any monetary concerns. Determined to apprehend Tae-hwa, Key Man seeks help from Park and requests a crucial policy document. Inside the document lies information about the comfort women who were victims of Tae-hwa's atrocities. These innocent victims were subjected to his illegal drug experiments. Armed with this document, Key Man uncovers a lead, a woman named Choi Sol-ran, who has a strong connection to Tae-hwa's last victim. Key Man believes that finding Choi Sol-ran will ultimately lead him to Tae-hwa. Under the cover of night, Key Man and Nam head to a boarding house located in an alley. Time is of the essence, so Key Man confronts the guard stationed there. Despite urging the guard to bring out Choi Sol-ran, his pleas go unheard, pushing Key Man to resort to violence in his unwavering pursuit of the truth. Finally, the person Key Man was looking for appears before him, Sol-ran. Eager to uncover information about her sister, Han Song-hwa, who was reportedly abducted by Tae-hwa, Key Man engages in conversation with Sol-ran. Captivated by the seriousness of the situation, Sol-ran willingly joins forces with Key Man, driven by a shared desire for justice. Shortly after, an invitation arrives, summoning Key Man and Sol-ran to the heart of Tae-hwa's criminal stronghold. Without hesitation, Key Man launches a fierce assault upon arrival, taking on countless gangsters all by himself. His expertise and skill are on full display as he eliminates his adversaries, leaving no room for assistance. In a calculated move, Key Man swiftly interrogates one of Tae-hwa's subordinates, using force and pain to extract crucial information. Determined to uncover Tae-hwa's whereabouts, Key Man resorts to extreme measures, employing firewood to push the gangster to reveal the location. The pain becomes too much for the gangster, and he eventually spills the beans, disclosing that Tae-hwa operates from Hoksun Island, where he smuggles drugs. In a dramatic twist, Park arrives at the scene, ready to apprehend the gangsters. Meanwhile, Tae-hwa remains calm, surrounded by his loyal entourage. He knows Key Man is coming and eagerly awaits their encounter. The broken knife, a cherished memento from his mother, remains lodged in Key Man's head, a prized possession that Tae-hwa wants back. He sends his men to find the toughest gangsters to protect him and retrieve the precious knife. The next day, Key Man and his companions set foot on Hoksun Island. Their first step is to gather information from the locals about Song-hwa's whereabouts and Tae-hwa's activities. Meanwhile, Song-hwa endures a miserable existence, witnessing Tae Hwa's brutal treatment of his own men. After lunch, Tae Hwa subjects Song Hwa to his latest drug, promising her an extraordinary experience. At the same time, Key-man and the others enjoy their own meal, although Nam's constant talking ruins Key-man's appetite. As night falls, they unknowingly come across one of Tae Hwa's men without realizing his true allegiance. Seizing the opportunity, Key-man rents a room at the inn owned by Tae Hwa's men. Being in close proximity, he strikes up a conversation with the inn's owner, seeking information about a ship arriving from China. The intel suggests that this ship will be used for Tae Hwa's drug smuggling operation. Unknown to Key-man, Nam, and Sol-ran, Tae Hwa's men have been secretly following them, monitoring their every move. Nam realizes this when reviewing the recorded video footage, uncovering the surveillance. Acting quickly, Nam seeks out Key-man, determined to warn him about the imminent danger they're in. Before doing so, he discreetly gives Sol-ran a whistle, instructing her to blow it if she senses any threat. While Tae Hwa's men closely watch Key-man, Song Hwa seizes a moment to escape from her captor's grasp, driven by a desperate desire for freedom. She does whatever it takes to embark on a dangerous journey to escape. Meanwhile, Key-man seeks solace and redemption in a church, deeply repenting for his past sins. However, his moment of introspection is abruptly interrupted when Tae Hwa's men close in on him. Reacting instinctively, Key-man grabs a pen and uses it as an improvised weapon in the ensuing fight. Although he manages to overpower his adversaries using the pen, Key-man's head pain returns, causing dizziness and weakening his resolve. Amidst the struggle, he collapses, clutching his head. Fortunately, Nam arrives at the church just in time, delivering a decisive blow to Kim using his bag as a weapon. Taking advantage of Nam's intervention, Key-man swiftly disarms and incapacitates Kim, eventually subduing him with his own gun. When he wakes up, Key-man expresses his gratitude to Nam for saving his life. Filled with newfound determination, Key-man seizes Kim's cell phone, recognizing it as a valuable lead. Driven by urgency, he decides to confront Tae Hwa without delay. Before setting off on his mission, Key-man entrusts Nam with the responsibility of keeping Sol-ran safe until his return. Shortly after, Kim's phone rings, revealing that the caller is Park, the very traitor responsible for Jae-ho's death. Unbeknownst to Tae Hwa, Park has been eliminating the captured members of his gang to hide his own treachery. Meanwhile, Sol-ran accidentally overhears a conversation between one of Tae Hwa's men and her mother. They discuss the man's feelings for her sister and the storage of Song Hwa's belongings in a warehouse, including her clothes and ID card. Motivated to uncover the truth and retrieve her sister's things, Sol-ran decides to secretly get into the man's car, pretending to be the owner. Seeing what Sol-ran is doing, Nam instinctively realizes the danger she's putting herself in by entering Tae Hwa's headquarters. Determined to protect her and prevent her from entering the dangerous domain, Nam quickly chases after her, refusing to let her go into harm's way. In a shocking turn of events, Key-man arranges a surprise encounter with Park, the person who betrayed him. Park's true malicious intentions are revealed, showing that he wants to manipulate the situation for his own gain, keeping all the profits for himself. Displaying his evil nature, Park launches a sudden attack on Key-man. However, Key-man's resilience and skill allow him to overcome Park's treachery. At the same time, Sol-ran arrives at Tae Hwa's headquarters, unaware of the danger awaiting her. She has no idea that Tae Hwa plans to subject her sister, Song Hwa, to drug experimentation in China. Sol-ran sets out to find her sister, oblivious to the fact that one of Tae Hwa's men is carrying money to buy Song Hwa. This money was stolen from his own mother's savings and is meant to fulfill his twisted desires. When Tae Hwa learns about this act, he becomes furious and disgusted with his subordinate. In a brave act, Sol-ran manages to find her sister, Song Hwa, and quickly frees her from captivity. However, their escape is noticed by Tae Hwa's henchman, Kil-ju. Sol-ran urges her sister to run and gives her Nam's whistle, hoping it will help her seek help. Despite Song Hwa's attempts to hide, Tae Hwa's relentless henchman relentlessly pursues her. Desperate, Song Hwa blows Nam's whistle, hoping that someone will come to her rescue. Luckily, Nam recognizes the sound and rushes to help Songhua, ensuring her safety. Meanwhile, Taehua captures Solran instead of her sister, planning to take her to China for inhumane drug experiments. Amidst the chaos, Nam contacts Keyman, providing him with all the recent developments. Reacting quickly, both Keyman and Nam head to the port where Solran is being held captive and forced to try drugs. When they arrive, Keyman instructs Nam to keep Solran safe while he prepares to confront and neutralize the gangsters, setting the stage for a fierce battle. With incredible skill and unwavering determination, Keyman unleashes a powerful assault, swiftly taking down every gangster in his path. Against all odds, he relentlessly pursues Taehua, chasing him to the very depths of his ship. A desperate battle erupts, with Keyman fighting valiantly. However, the strain begins to wear on Keyman as his head pain resurfaces, weakening his ability to fight back. Seeing this opening, Taehua tries to exploit Keyman's vulnerability, aiming to bring the former cop down. But Keyman's spirit remains unbreakable. He refuses to succumb to Taehua's attempts to overpower him. In a triumphant finale, Keyman captures Taehua's confession on camera, exposing his horrific crimes for the world to see. With justice finally served, Keyman delivers a fitting retribution, using Taehua's cherished knife to put an end to his reign of terror. Thanks to Keyman's relentless efforts and the unwavering support of Nam, Solran is finally reunited with her sister, embracing her tightly. The next day, Nam decides to return to Seoul, while Solran accompanies her sister, Songhua, on their journey back. Meanwhile, aboard the ship, Keyman's life tragically comes to an end, and the news of his passing spreads among those on board. As the film reaches its conclusion, Nam takes it upon himself to write a heartfelt letter to Jae-ho's wife, containing a profound apology written by Keyman before his death. Filled with remorse and regret, Keyman's words serve as a final act of repentance and closure. In a show of reverence and admiration for Keyman, Nam decides not to release his documentary film. He recognizes that it would be inappropriate to share it without Keyman's presence and consent. This decision is made out of respect and serves as a testament to the deep bond and respect that developed between Nam and Keyman throughout their shared journey. The moral of the story is sometimes a broken knife in your head can be the key to taking down the bad guys and finding justice, but it's probably best not to stick random objects in your head in the first place.